Your entire life right now depends on one single brave decision, which is the discipline to stay on your path. That you get to choose the way your 2025 already goes, because you do. Whether you spend another year doing the same things over and over again, not growing as a person, or you're going to make some changes this time. Whether you do that or not, time will still move on with or without you. Imagine 1 year from now, you could be looking back at everything that you've accomplished, all because you believe in yourself and you kept going even when everything was good, even when everything was terrible, no matter what. Think about all the goals you've set, all the small steps you've been taking day by day, and imagine where they could lead you a year from now. Things can happen for you very quickly when you have your eyes on the prize. And if you've been waiting for a sign to start, this is it. Let's make this the best year ever. My channel is built for your ultimate comeback, whether that's physically, mentally, or spiritually. And I know it's personal because I have kept inventing myself over and over again all throughout my life. It's like I'm on my 5th life already. So I hope you take this as a sign to start from here if you're lost on what to do. Like this video at any point if I'm helping you, and subscribe to more videos from me. I'm currently running an early bird offer on my first self-improvement group trip to Greece next summer. So if you want to spend a week with me and also other like-minded people just like you, take advantage of that early bird offer before prices go up in 2025. The stocks are going up for both you and me, so check out our website for the details. But seriously guys, once you start seeing the results of working on yourself, there is no turning back. Your values are gonna go up. Self-improvement is honestly addictive in the best way possible. You start to love the person that you're becoming, the places that you're going, and the way that you're showing up in the world. But it can also be hard because we're confronting our root issues so that we won't get in our own way anymore. But imagine this. 1 year from now, you're going to look back on everything you achieved, all the goals you set, the routines you built, all the sacrifices you made, all adding up to the life that finally feels like yours. For me, at this time next year, I want to look back on my life and say, I believe in myself, I put in so much work, I stayed on track, and now look at everything that I've accomplished. So stay focused, stay disciplined, and remember why you started. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, it's about staying consistent, and putting in the work, even when you're feeling lazy and unmotivated. To change your life, you must first change your mind. Take note of all the thoughts that you're having on a daily basis. Are they reinforcing the idea that you are capable, that you are deserving of a better life? Usually the biggest thing that's holding us back is ourselves, with our limiting beliefs, with our mindset. You have to make a conscious effort to constantly be reframing your negative thoughts with positive thoughts. This is how you can rewrite your entire life story. Get to the root of why you're self-sabotaging your dreams, your aspirations, and your progress so that you can actually study yourself and climb that mountain that is your life story. This is the very first step in achieving a different life and a new identity. I know it sounds daunting, but don't be intimidated because trust me, there will always be days when I feel deflated and not action-oriented as usual. That's when I switch my gears strategically to just sitting back and learning from my role models. There are people out there who have dedicated their lives to becoming excellent at what they do, who have done exactly the sort of work that ultimately impacts the world. And on those days, I want to just reset my brain and learn from them and study what they have to teach me. Instead of using my time to scroll on Instagram, I'm planning to dedicate myself to watching lessons on Masterclass, and they're also kindly sponsoring today's video, and that I am geeking out about. I just watched Roxane Gay's class on how to write for social change, learning things like how to be more engaging, do research, and self-edit, which I'm directly applying to making my content even better for you guys. Classes also come with guides containing extra resources, and I heard these class guides are award-winning. For the class that I just watched specifically, there are writing prompts and other things like how to get published as an author, and a reading checklist if I want to learn even more deeply about writing. Masterclass is made exactly for people who want to better their lives and improve their skills on everything from negotiation, building a personal brand, and how to trade stocks to acting and music production and home decoration. There's thousands of lessons to choose from. You can learn how to write from Dan Brown, learn independent thinking skills of Noam Chomsky, and even photography lessons with Petra Collins. They invite all the experts in their respective fields to be instructors on Masterclass, and it's high value, high quality cinematic production. This is all content you can't get anywhere else. Plans start at $10 when billed annually, so check out Masterclass today and turn your professional aspirations into achievements. Click the link in the description to get started today and get 15% off. And thank you to Masterclass for sponsoring today's video. There's so much power in investing yourself. I believe in continuous growth, whether it's learning new skills, reading books, or surrounding myself with like-minded, ambitious people. I need you to surround yourself with people who want the best for you because you're always going to be affected by your surroundings. So you need to take charge of how selective you are being. Don't ever compromise on your boundaries. Know exactly what you deserve so that you won't settle for anything less. I really mean this. Spend more time figuring out exactly what you need. Honestly, sometimes the reason why I go back and forth a lot with making big decisions is because I know exactly how much it's going to impact my life. And this includes things like who in my life is draining my energy instead of giving me energy, how much of my time do I actually want to give to these people moving forward, or even where in the world should I move to next, because your environment matters so much. It can really make or break you. In this next year, I want you to realize that you need to be a lot more discerning with your time and your energy because you can get so endlessly sucked into mindless things like, oh my god, look at this latest meme, skibidi demure diva brain rot. Check out how hot that person is. Or what I like to call friendship homework, where your friend sends you 10 reels a day, and these things honestly are all a waste of time and energy. But sometimes you don't even realize it because it's so entertaining. And then maybe other times you feel like you have to get back to your friend because you're a people pleaser. Whatever it is. I am extremely intentional about who I allow into my life. I keep people around me who inspire me, who can challenge me and support me. Anyone who doesn't do that, I do not waste my time and energy worrying about what they think of me. But whatever you're working on, keep your own vision safe and protected, especially if you're on any kind of early stages of working on something. Work on it in silence. Nobody knows you better than yourself, so be extremely selective with who you're listening to, who you're talking to. There's no need to ask 20 people for advice because these people will never see things from your perspective. They don't know you, they don't know your life like you know yourself. They will always see things the way that they see you. So don't let other people tell you who you are and what you should be doing. And then on the other hand, also have a strict removal system for toxicity and negativity. That means a system for taking out the trash, so to speak. Make a list of people, activities, or environments that's consistently draining your energy or making you feel negative. To me, it's spending too much time on social media, worrying about the future too much, things like that. Even if it's your family members, and sometimes it really is, you need to identify it so you can create strict boundaries. And that is all out of self-respect. Respect for the standards that you set for yourself, respect for your energy. And I will never let anyone's opinions or expectations of me undermine my own self-worth. That's something that you get to decide for yourself as well. You need to curate your own environment and make sure it aligns with your goals and your energy. I am very intentional with that. I make sure that everything around me, people, environment, whatever, are absolutely top quality because I want to be top quality. So when I meet more of these people who are like-minded, I stay confident and authentic. Because anything else other than authentic and being real is doing a disservice to yourself and to the people around you. That means if you are not real, then you are being fake. And fake people are not confident. How can you be confident when you lie to yourself and lie to other people about what you want? If you don't want something, just say it. Don't lie and say that you want it because you're going to be miserable, not other people. You are. Confidence is not about being perfect, and you're never perfect. Nobody's perfect, so who cares? It's about embracing who you are and accepting that flaws and everything and insecurities and everything, and be proud of that and walk in your truth. Be proud of what you're bad at or something that you're working on. If you are working on yourself, that is so respectable versus pretending that it's not a problem. Because usually if you ignore an issue, it tends to get worse. The world is going to respect you more when you're being unapologetically yourself, or even better, when you are accountable for who you are and you work on yourself. This upcoming year, I also want us to relax a bit more and let go of things that we can't control. This is the answer to any sort of anxiety and the answer to having no more regrets in life, is the ability to let go. I want us to stop overthinking things so much. Overthinking is self-imposed pressure to control the unknown. We spend so much energy stressing over different things, life's big decisions, jobs, relationships, other people, or even like defining moments like marriage or family, and chasing the impossible, which is certainty. Certainty is impossible. But here's the thing, right? Nothing is guaranteed in life. Nothing. The path that we didn't take, that's a mystery to us. Usually we will think back in hindsight and we will think about all of the what ifs and all the regrets and like, oh, we should have done that, but whatever. But here's the thing, right? Nothing is guaranteed in life. Any kind of choices that we didn't make or anything that we didn't choose to do, that's all going to be a mystery to us. Instead of getting lost and overthinking and thinking about what could have been, because honestly, that never happened because you choose to do something else. So own the decision that you make. Regret is just your mind's way of making sense of what you don't know. And we spend time regretting things because we fail to control our outcome. This is also how you master your emotions, because emotional intelligence is everything. And the simplest form is learning to respond with more calmness, with more grace. Even when it's a tough situation, even if it's something out of your control, you will always survive any situation and you will become even stronger for it. But don't ever let anything like impulsive reactions define you. Look, you don't even have to agree with anyone, but if you can be calm and graceful and act elegantly, think before you act, that will make all the difference. That's what separates a highly emotionally intelligent person versus a not so emotionally intelligent person. The not so emotionally intelligent person will pick fights, will be very reactive, will say the first thing that's on their mind. You always have time to think about the best choice that you want to make for yourself. Also, be obsessed with yourself. I want you to be absolutely obsessed with your own life. Stop being obsessed with other people's lives, especially people you don't know in person. You don't even know them. You don't know what they're like. You don't know what they've done. You don't know what they're like when you're alone. And if you keep focusing on everyone else but yourself, then you will only exist for other people. At the end of the day, no matter what your purpose is, and for me, I think my purpose is to help other people, but that doesn't mean that I don't care about myself. I chose that to be my purpose because I care about myself the most. Everything I put out comes right back to me, and I become better every day because of it, because of what I do. And everything feeds back into me and helps me love myself even more. And the more you dislike yourself, the more you are disconnected from yourself, the more you find dissatisfaction with your life, then the more power other people will have over you as a result. Learn to love and take care of your body as well, because we're not human beings having a spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. We need to take care of the vessel that we live in. Because if I'm lucky, I get to live up to 110, and I want to make sure that every single year of my life is spent in good health, not at the hospital, and I want to be able to do everything that I want to do. I will always prioritize my own mind, my body, and my soul. Doing things like regularly working out, eating right, and maintaining a healthy mindset, these are all things that are essential to your well-being, and they're all investments into how I'm going to feel 60 years from now, 80 years from now. Every action you take today is an investment to the rest of your life, and you need to commit to yourself. At least spend more time with yourself to meditate, to breathe, to learn how to breathe. A lot of us don't. And learn to be comfortable on your own. A lot of us can't be alone. And alone time is really important because that is your time to invest in your passions, invest in yourself, your books, the content that you watch. Make sure that the content that you're consuming helps you so that it's not consuming you. And educate yourself, journal, get to know your own thoughts and your own beliefs so that you can change them to suit your own goals. And celebrate yourself every day, the tiniest wins. Like today, I got out of bed. Yay. I went on a walk and I listened to an audiobook. That's amazing. I did that for myself. The more you can fall in love with every single action that you're making, your choices and your life, the more powerful you will become. And the key is to keep doing things that are good for you. You know in your heart what that looks like. Love and take care of your body. Try and eat more whole foods and high protein, removing things like processed foods, and also find a training style that you want to work on so that you have something to work towards. Especially if goals intimidate you, work on developing systems, routines, habits, things that you like to do. Instead of just going to the gym, maybe you can work on a sport or something. And next, we should also invest in our bedrooms. If you have space for yourself, invest in your living space. This should be a sanctuary for you. Make it smell like the place that you want to escape to in your head, and invest in a good mattress and good clean bed sheets so that you can sleep well. Seriously guys, no more smelly pillowcases for us. And you know, there was a time when I was really depressed and I had acne all over my body and also my back and my face. And you know where that came from? It came from a combination of not taking care of my body. I also didn't wash my bed sheets as often as I should. And I wasn't being very clean. I was touching my face all the time. I was just not being sanitary. Things like that like really adds to your glow up, your well-being, and we don't even notice these things until like somebody mentions it or until we learn that fact. But now I truly know this because I learned how to take good care of myself. Even doing small things that make you happy in other ways, like getting a nice and soft duvet cover that makes you happy, and play with your lighting in the room. Maybe get some color changing lights to change your moods. These are all the little ways that we can learn how to take more control of our lives, so that if we can't immediately get out of our environment, we can at least change our immediate surroundings, our bedroom. Sage your room regularly to cleanse the air and the aura. Don't let random people in there. Even when I have social gatherings, I don't let people in the bedroom. Designate a space in your bedroom to do things like meditation, reading, journal writing, praying, or even just a space to get lost in your head. Seek out art that inspires you, or maybe even hang it up on the wall. Even if it's not a space that you love just yet, working on your space bit by bit every day and waking up to a place that reflects your heart and soul, that will immediately change your day. You are literally creating a safe space for yourself to be yourself. Also, I know I haven't really talked about this in previous videos, but really finding God or even a higher power or a belief in the universe, something bigger than yourself to believe in. I'm not going to get into spirituality or religion, but really just finding something that will give you a higher purpose and meaning. Rick Rubin talks about the act of creation itself as an offering to God, because that is the most powerful form of prayer. Creation is something that God does. So us doing things like creating a beautiful space or creating new skill sets, that's an act of God. Nobody except a divine higher power understands how everything works. So that when you're trusting in something that's bigger than yourself, something, a power that understands what you don't understand, you will allow yourself to step outside of your own limitations as a human being. That's also how you can let go of that urge to control everything, because you can't. Just let go and let God. Try to expect nothing and appreciate everything, because you're always in that abundant energy if you can acknowledge anything through your gratitude. Gratitude is an act of prayer, is also an act of offering to something bigger, something very whole. And we as human beings are just not whole. We are fragile, but we can always find gratitude that we're alive, we're doing the thing, we have a roof over our heads, and we have the ability to always be starting over and over again as much as we want in the new year. The fact that you still have time to rewrite your story, even when it's hard, even when it's a struggle, I think that your personal growth journey is meant to test you. It's a part of the test. And I've talked about this before in other videos. Sometimes people are given certain circumstances to see what they do with it. The personal growth journey never feels amazing all the time. Sometimes it's hard, but it's not as easy as giving up and locking yourself up in your room playing video games all the time. That's the easy way. That's an escape. But every single challenge, every tough moment is getting you closer to the life that you're building for yourself. You are your own greatest investment, so it's always worth it. If you're on this journey, just keep pushing, keep growing, and let every single small, tiny win, celebrate that and let it motivate you to go even harder. Whether you're going to be worrying about what you're going to be accomplishing the next year or not, time is going to pass anyway. So let's just make the most of everything. Guys, I hope this is helpful to you. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to Masterclass for sponsoring this video. And let me know your thoughts. Let me know your resolutions. Let me know what you're planning. I'll see you in the next video.